Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for the Never Ever Met Season 2, Episode 8, Off in La La Land. It's a whole lot of delusion. Should have been called the Lulu Land, okay? Listen, Charli, girl, even Alexis, honey. Like, how did y'all not see this coming? You know what? Let's not waste no time. Let's get into it. Before I forget, if you enjoy this type of content, I said I was going to finish out Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Never Ever Met. And, if I don't get remonetized, I may depart. The clock is ticking on it. So I really need y'all to get these likes up, get these views up, watch, comment, subscribe, do all the things so I know you're here. It lets YouTube know that you're interested in my content and it will help to get me remonetized. If this is your first time, welcome. Subscribe, like, do all the things. So we start off, we see Clay and Tati in the car leaving. We saw them leave last week. Bye. We don't really need to see them no more. Moving on. Jay and Cinco are rating the couples and saying who they think may go next. Listen, Jay and Cinco is our only fighting chance. There's no one else. I don't even know why they were doing that. Like, I know y'all want to start mess, but they know and we know and everybody know there's no real couples here besides possibly Jay and Cinco. So the guys are talking. You know, they love to be at that pool table conversing. And they asked Ty how everything was. He said, he cooked pasta and lobster and all the things. No, he said not only did he have crab legs, he had lobster tail and a loaded baked potato. But I just wanted to plate. I saw enough to let me know that the rest of the meal probably looked good. I mean, the crab legs was well seasoned. I, too, still need to give me a seafood boy. But anyway, moving on. So outside, Jared getting his Dr. Phil on. He always want to be all up in somebody's business, giving unsolicited advice, but not advising himself to tell Charli the truth. But that's neither here nor there. Charli just sitting there, just like a bump on the log. But he tells Brittany he could tell she's not attracted to Ty. Who can't tell? Everybody can tell, including Brittany and Ty. Like everybody, it's not a secret. I thought this was a well-known thing, but okay. She lies, in my opinion, and says she is attracted to him, but she just feels like friendship vibes. Girl, you're not attracted to him. That don't even make no sense. You're attracted to him, but you feel friendship. You're not attracted to him. It's okay. Just own it. Like, it's just all right. That's what y'all were here to see. If y'all could connect in person, you didn't. It's fine. Admit it. So Jared pulls Charli to tell her later on the next day. He wants to finally let her know that when they had that little game night, y'all know they have game night every time they eat dinner. But the one time they put the anonymous answers on the cards, when they were asking who would leave, if you had to pick if you were going to stay with your person, like if the decision was today, would you stay or go? He was the one who said F no. Not just no, not hell no, F no. He put it on that card, and I'm like, you could have told her you don't like her without mentioning that. But I guess the producers wanted it brought back up or something like that. So Charli's face immediately cracked, okay? And she's surprised that he lied. What? He's a liar. You're a liar, so you should know how it goes. Y'all came in on a lie. Your whole relationship was a lie. Your whole life is a lie. The foundation was built off lies. If he's lied before and he's a liar, why are you surprised that a liar lied again? Like, I don't, what? So Jared said that, since he can't help but lie, once she told him that she really had 4 kids and not 1, he was like, look, well, at first I wanted to try to get you and your 1 child to accept me and my lie and the fact that I had a child I hid. Because let's not forget that he lied too. He wanted her to accept his baggage and his lies. And he wanted him to uproot her and her what he thought was 1 child. Excuse me. He wanted her to uproot that and leave and go to South Carolina and live with him and his lying self. When he got a 3-bedroom. He talking about he don't know how he can afford to take care of his kids. You wanted her to uproot her life and move to you. See, it was okay. She should have just been accepting. Why? Because you're a man. she should overlook the fact that you had a baby while y'all were conversing for 4 years. But when it's the other way around, it's a problem. I just, she should pack up and move. Not him move to her since he was a liar. She should have moved to him. But then when he found out, oh, wait a minute, you really have 4 kids? Never mind. Why would I accept somebody else's child, even though she has to accept yours and what you come with? But why should he accept somebody else's children? Why would he do that? So he said, I just want to have fun. I just wanted to have fun with it. Like, I just wanted to get what I could get out of it. And when he wrote F no, that was right before they went to the boom boom room. He was absolutely not about to mess that up. Okay. I don't think there's nothing wrong with him saying 4 kids is too much. Like, okay, 4 kids is too much for me. Like, I mean, and I have kids myself, but 4 kids, that's a lot. But be upfront and honest. It's the lie. He was pouring it on thick too. Ooh, maybe I could get jobs out there in Dallas or wherever she lived. Maybe I can, you know what, 6 bedrooms do sound nice. Like pouring it on thick. Then when he said he just wanted to have fun and use her, because she was like, you were just gonna string me along, and he was like, yep, that was the plan. And I was like, dang, so heartless, so cold. Baby, Charli, girlfriend, that man does not like you. Your insides didn't even heal yet. And not only did you sleep with this man, but then he let you know how he felt about you. She said something, but I like him. Girl, get a grip and a clue. And some self-esteem. Some dignity, too. So she asked him how he feels now. Why does it matter? Can self-esteem enter the room and get in the room with us? Why do you care? Like, I get that she feels ashamed. She got 4 kids, possibly 4 fathers. I know she feels a way about that, being a single mother of 4. Because the more kids you have and you're a single mother, you feel like, okay, she's saying who may want me, and like she's damaged goods. If you going around looking all obviously desperate and trying to force something that ain't fitting, they pick up on that. And he gonna do you any kind of way because you let them know that he can. No, hold your head high. Like, look, I got 4 kids, but I'm still a catch. Period. And fake it till you make it if you have to. But she was like, how does he feel now? And he said it varies from day to day. One day it's F no, then it's maybe, then it's like impossibly, and then it's back to F no, and just say no. So Charli, she was like, yeah, I get it. When he said his sister's coming, he gonna have to tell her. She was like, I get it. Who would want a woman with 4 kids? And it was just, girl, pick your head up, honey. I don't know why you would sleep with a man with a newborn. That you need to be focusing on your newborn child. But when them kids get older, men marry women. Everybody's be like, oh, men don't like this and men don't like that, and men don't like women who do this and men don't like women who do that. Half the time it's women telling you that. No, listen, everybody don't like everything. Every man is not the same. What one man may not accept, another man may. Who's for you is for you. He's going to love you and your kids. So in her confessional, Charli was talking about she never asked Jared for money. She didn't ask him to take care of her kids. She wanted him for her. He didn't have to worry about her kids. That never makes sense to me. Like, that just makes absolutely no sense to me. Because she was talking about, I got a 6-bedroom house, you can move with me. So he gonna move in with you. Y'all gonna get serious. And he's not going to take care of your kids. Let's be for real. How are you gonna be serious with somebody when you have kids and they're in the house ignoring your children? Is that what you want? You want people who don't care about your kids? How can he care about you and not care about your kids? Because the kids come with you. Like, how? Oh, I don't need that. I can take care of my kids. I just need, no. We are a package. So either you love us or you don't get me at all. Like, I mean, I think women just be saying anything just to have him. That don't make no sense. Just like you with him, because when his kids come over, you're going to have to be involved with those children. That don't make no sense. But anyway, Charli shares the news with Brittany. I want Brittany to just blend like right up in the eye area, like right up in where the under eye where it's like a little light, like just blend it in a little more, like as it pops. I don't know if it's lighting. I'm just gonna move on. So after she shares the news with Brittany, Charli said, if a man who's been with her for 4 years don't want her, who will? He didn't even make an effort to come see you during that time. Y'all were chit-chatting on the phone for 4 years and having children with others. Y'all didn't make an effort. He didn't come not one time prior to being on the show to come visit you at all. He didn't want you with whether you had kids or not. Like, it really don't take all this to see somebody. It don't. So Brittany tells Charli she doesn't think Jared wants to be with her. And Charli was like, does it show? Like, is it that obvious? Don't matter. He just told you he don't want you. Like, accept it for what it is. And yes, it does show. But anyway, so Alexis and Chris meet with Dr. Allie. I'm glad they just sticking with Dr. Allie and not that other lady. No offense to the other doctor. I ain't trying to take nobody's check, but she just wasn't doing that for me. And then I went back and watched the old episode of Family or Fiance, and I'm like, this is the Family or Fiance house. We're just going to stick with Dr. Allie. We don't need a whole bunch of changes now. So Chris said Alexis is controlling and aggressive. I do not like those choice words. I really don't see it. Yes, we acknowledge that she came off strong on the first couple of episodes. Yes, when they were playing that one game with the paint, she did a lot. And when he told her he didn't like it, she hasn't done anything since. Like, he's dragging it now because he just don't like her. Was there a time where she was doing a little much? Yes. She hasn't done anything the last like 5 episodes. So I don't even know what he's talking about at this point. But Chris shares again that he had about 8 step-parents combined. He also said that he had his own apartment in the 9th grade because his father was so busy. See, when you say it like that, like, were you in your own apartment? Or did you live at your dad's apartment and he was just busy working and stuff and you were just by yourself? Because it's not the same. It's not the same thing. But anyway, so Dr. Allie asked Alexis if she's misunderstood, because those choice words are a little strong. We don't like them being used on Black women, especially when it's not necessary. But Alexis stood on it. She said, I am assertive, okay? I am firm. But she doesn't like being called controlling. Girl, I wouldn't even be doing all that. I mean, I get it. She like, look, this is who I am. Take me or leave me. I understand that. But the way he really is like dragging it, I don't know. So Dr. Allie pivoted to that same game night that Jared and Charli was just talking about. What a coincidence. And Chris said that his answer that night was no, he would not leave with Alexis. And he kept putting emphasis on in the moment. Nothing's changed. You wouldn't leave with her now either. You met in that moment and point blank in the period. So Alexis was surprised. Like, she was like, I'm surprised he said no. Like, girl, have you been? If we only seen a couple of clips of y'all interacting, I can only imagine how he acted in the house. Like, girl, you are not surprised. Stop it. Why? How? And of course, she said yes that same game night. I'm trying to figure out what woman said no. So Jared's sister arrives. She's cute. And Charli's best friend arrives, but she didn't really add much value. She was just like a listening ear. They both tell their people, because they're talking to them separately. So they both talk about the baby news. Charli's like, yeah, surprisingly, he had a baby too. And Jared's telling his sister, like, yeah, she had not 1, not 2, but 3 extra kids that she didn't tell him about. And Charli shares that they'd had the sexuals and it was amazing. It didn't look like it from what we saw, but that's neither here nor there. I don't even know why she was giving it up. He didn't earn it, didn't deserve it, did nothing. Where is your infant baby's father at? What happened with that? Nobody asked the burning questions. But I mean, that's the problem. She's dematized with her body that, again, should be healing. I don't even think she was 6 weeks postpartum after she had the baby. Just gave birth. So Charli feels like, her secret was worse because she lied about 3 kids compared to his 1. And that was pretty bad. I mean, I think if it was like 1-to-1, that he might still have tried to make something work. But he already said he's not in the mood to get married again and all that stuff. He wasn't trying to settle down no way. And let's just be real. So they both mentioned the game night again and how Jared said F no to that game. Jared and his sister mentioned him raising somebody else's kids. Like, oh, well, you don't have to deal with that. He like, I kind of have myself together. Do I want to take on 4 kids that aren't mine? As if he don't have 2 kids that ain't hers. But anywho, he said he's still trying to figure out how to raise his own kids. And I said, flag on the play. Red flag. Because what do you mean you're still trying to figure out how to raise your own kids? How involved are you with these children? I need the baby mamas to step to the front, okay? I got questions for y'all too. Everybody's baby mamas and baby daddies need to come forward. Because I need to know how involved is everybody with these children. So Charli, Jared, and their loved ones gather. And Charli, it really was Charli talking to Jared's sister. But anyway, Charli said she loves Jared. She claims she does. Then how did that fourth baby come about? But anywho, Jared's sister asked Charli why she lied. After we get on finding out why she lied, let's ask Jared why he lied. Because we letting him go a little too easily for me. Charli felt ashamed being a single mom of 3, turned 4. His sister said she should have stood on business. Like, listen, I have kids, I take care of them, and this is what I come with. Like, either you take me or leave me. And I agree. I absolutely agree. I know there's some women like Share7, shout out to Share7. I listen to her TikToks where she'll be like, don't tell men right away, wait. And I get why women don't, you can't be too careful. Sometimes people try to like prey on single mothers and things like that. So I understand like the cautiousness, or even in Charli's situation, I wholeheartedly understand her feeling ashamed. I do. But she felt the same when she was a single mom of 3. Why would you turn around and have a 4th baby? It was beyond me. It's over my head, honey. But I'm not lying about my children. Like, maybe if I want to scale back on the detail and how much information I want to share with you about them, but you're going to know that I have them. So that way you can't say I wasn't upfront. Because somebody pulls some okie doke like that on me, that's not no little easy thing. And they be trying to give men passes. If it was the other way around and Jared came up there, even with his one, and I had none, I didn't lie to you about anything. I told you I had a child and I was honest, and you lied up and hid a baby, you're done. I'm not overlooking that. No. So Charli said that she makes more money than Jared, and she don't really need him. I wonder what she do for money. Because I did take a peek at her IG, and I was like, is it giving only, I'm leaving alone. I don't know. But shout out to her. But she got to spend more money too. She make more money. She got to spend more money because she got 4 kids. But he don't care about that girl. He just wanted to hit it and quit it. And it's unfortunate. I hate it for her. I hated it for Tati, and I hate it for her too. But she just gave it up too easy. Like, he didn't even have to do nothing for it. So the sister asked how Charli felt about Jared saying F no. Like, how does she feel when she found out that he had lied? Like, would she have been accepting if he told her F no that in that moment? When she asked him that night when they played the game, if he would have told her, yeah, I said F no, how she would have handled it or how she would have reacted? Charli said she would have been fine with it. And I think she's lying, allegedly. Because, girl, you mean to tell me he would have been like, yeah, I said F no, I ain't leaving with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Damn that. And you would have still went to the boom boom room and did everything you did. Girl, you don't got to try to save face. Like, be honest, be real with it. That's crazy. So the sister said Charli dropping the news and then expecting everything to be good, like, don't make no sense. And Charli said she didn't expect that. But you did, let's scale it back. You did try to, like, push the narrative, though. Like when you told him, I guess because he lied too, she felt like, oh, we both liars, we're in the same boat. But you lied prior to even having these 2 infants that y'all got. Like, you were lying the entire time. You hid 2 other kids. Like, you only told her, why tell the truth about one, but not tell the truth about the others? Like, if that's the case, you might as well say you ain't had none. There's the one that lives with you, and I got so many questions that nobody's asking. But, I don't know where I was going with it. I forgot. Oh, yeah. I just feel like when she told him that night, the first night on the first or second episode, he was like, I don't know. He did say like, ooh, 4 kids is a lot. And she was like, let's just see. Let's just try. Like, let's just try to figure it out. And then he was just like, okay, yeah, let's try. No, let him come out and say how he feels. He already telling you, like, that's too much for me. I don't know about all that. You don't be like, no, let's try. You hear what he's saying and accept it for what it is and go back home to your newborn baby. So But she said he was the one making it seem like it was fine. He was making it seem like it was fine, but you also were like, let's just try, let's just see. So you kind of pushed him into that direction. Both of y'all got a line problem. Both of y'all need to learn how to be honest. The sister said, look, I'm going to side with my brother because that's my brother. And that's why y'all be up there, hey, sis, hey, mom. That's still his family at the end of the day, boo-boo. Now, mama like me, I'm going to keep it all the way 100. I ain't siding with my son when he wrong. If you wrong, you wrong. But she like, look, that's still my brother, but I'm still going to check him when he wrong. Like, I'm still going to tell the truth, but I'm going to have my brother's back. I can respect that. I can respect that. She said she don't like liars. That's a deal breaker for her. Clearly not a deal breaker for nobody else around it. Well, I don't know about the best friend, but not for Charli and Jared. She feels like Charli needs to own her kids going forward. Agreed. And then the sister whispered sweet nothings in Charli's ear before she departed. And that was nice, but it don't matter what the sister got to say. Jared don't want her. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. So Alexis took Chris on a boxing day, even though she said she typically don't like to be the one like planning dates for men. Listen, Chris would have never took her on another date besides that first initial beach date. So if it wasn't for you planning it, Alexis, it wouldn't have happened at all, ever. Alexis says she can be assertive and feminine. Like, just because she's assertive, she can still be feminine. It's a boxing day, boo. That, I don't think boxing and feminine like really go hand in hand, but to each his own. So they share a kiss to look a little forced because they're giving the fakest couple in the house. But glad y'all had fun. Alexis, you know what? I was gonna bring up the wig. I'm not gonna do it. She looked cute. She looked happy. I'm glad they had a good time. The kiss, I'm glad they kissed. I'm glad they had some chemistry. It's more than we can say about Brittany and Ty. It's more than we can say about Brandon and Kiki. So I ain't gonna rain on their parade. Good for them. It's dinner time, so it's time for another messy game. They have one every time they eat. I wonder what else Jay and Cinco was cooking, because they said they were throwing stuff on the grill. In summertime, it's about that time. Love me a good little barbecue. And people don't really be cooking out and getting on the grill like they used to. So, and speaking of Kiki and Brandon, I almost forgot they was there. But anyway, Ty and Brittany's question for the game was, if you haven't had sex with your person, do you think y'all would be good sexual partners? Brittany is hesitating, humming and hawing and debating, and I don't know, and that should be private, and trying to get out of it. Finally, she reluctantly says yes, but it was almost like someone was like had their foot in her back and made her say something. So Ty, it was his turn to answer. It was immediately no. He picked up on her hesitation and he knew that she wasn't interested. He said he knows there's no chemistry. So he said no. And I appreciate his honest answer. Like, why did she say yes? So now she's 48 hot. She stormed off and she's embarrassed because she lied and said yes. And she's mad that he didn't lie too. What are you lying for? Everybody in the house can see that y'all don't have no chemistry. So there was no point in lying. You just could have been like, no, not right now. Or maybe one day, something like the lie be like, yes, after 20 minutes. Girl. So after she leaves, Ty shares with the rest of the table that she shuts down all his advances. He tries to be affectionate with her and she turns it down. So of course his answer is no. And Kiki, the main one, talking about, well, I mean, if you try to be affectionate and she don't want it, like, how would it be a yes? And it's like, Kiki, I don't see you kissing Brandon. But anyway, I guess it wasn't your question. I'm gonna leave it alone. So Ty finds Brittany in the kitchen. Mind you, everybody else is walking in the kitchen, so everybody in there just listening. Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, next season, and there better be a next season. Because season 2, they bringing it. I'm gonna give them that. We need a quiet room for discussions. Okay. But anyway, Brittany said that she told him she only said yes to spare his feelings. And Ty was like, well, look, it took you 25 years to say yes. You didn't spare nothing. Like, the fact that you took that long to say something, he got a couple more grays in his hair waiting on her to answer. And she was better off saying no. So they start over talking each other. And she was like, you cut me off when I was trying to speak. He did cut her off. But she like was getting, and he's like, well, can I talk? Like, I'm not a child. I think it was the way she was talking to him. He just wanted to respond. Because it's like, you're mad at him for telling the truth when you could have told the truth. The problem every time something happens around here is because people are just lying. Everybody's just lying. That's why there's so many issues. So she starts cussing him out, pointing her finger in his face. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Girl, she can be beyond disrespectful. Even with the cuss words, I would have been like, but pointing your finger in my face is a no-no. And then he was like, can you not do that? Can you not put your finger in my face? And she was like, if you don't like the way I'm talking to you, get the F up out of my face. And they walked off. And I said, ooh. And that's where the episode ends. That looks like Jay gonna dig into her next week. Because Jay felt like Brittany was flirting with her man. And she don't like that. I can't wait to see next week. This season going by fast. Before I forget, join me and the ladies. We're doing our live panel on Monday. So we'll be talking about this week's episode. Yeah. Normally I try to laugh, but it wasn't no laughing matter this week. We was getting straight to the point. I don't know why Charli's still there. Charli, I thought you was going to get your things and get out of there, but I guess you're going to try to force something that ain't working. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.